following is my first ever memory of an encounter with a demonic spirit in someone, or possession, or oppression, however you like to put it. The first time I ever saw a demon in someone, I was a teenager, and it was my brother-in-law, who is now a transgender female, and he needed to do a seance with our witch friend, who said that there was some spirits that needed to move along. They had to do some ritual to help because there had been like a suicide or something. And so they were going down to do a ritual. So she gathered all her witchy supplies. I'm not sure what else she brought, but I was told there was a Ouija board and candles. After a while, they ended up coming back upstairs and were sitting on the balcony, but I could definitely feel in my spirit that something had gone wrong. Something was like seriously off with them. They didn't acknowledge my presence at all when I came out to check on them. On the balcony, my brother-in-law kept to himself, but it was unintelligible, almost like it might have been in a different language. I couldn't understand anything anyways, but the girl, the self-proclaimed witch that was with him, she wasn't speaking at all. We were just sitting there on the balcony, head bowed. Actually, I think she might have been standing, but he was sitting in a chair with his head bowed, muttering. So I just took it upon myself to find a chair of my own on the other side of the balcony, bow my head, close my eyes. I started to pray. And the only prayer that I had at the time was the Lord's Prayer. I prayed silently until my brother, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just started laughing like a Marvel supervillain, and then he said, "Stupid girl." And he was like looking in my direction, and then I popped up and ran inside because I was scared. He was like looking in my direction, and then I popped up and ran inside because I was scared. The whole balcony began to shake, rumble, like an earthquake or something, but it was only on the balcony, not anywhere else. I could hear my brother continue saying things, progressively getting louder and louder on the balcony as it continued shaking, but I just laid in the bunk bed with my head covered in a blanket, praying to Jesus over and over again until it stopped. After what felt like hours, Jesus took away my fear, and I heard him come back inside. He started playing video games and smoking weed, went for a beer in the kitchen, as he always did. So I walked out and asked how he was doing. He said, "Okay." It was as though he remembered nothing that happened at all. I shot a picture of him without him seeing in the kitchen, and I looked at it later. There was this big white orb over his head. I never mentioned the story to him or anyone else in my family, so hopefully they don't get on and see this, because they're probably going to be super offended. But anyways, I just tell it like it is, so that's what really happened.